Hey guys, in this video I want to talk about the biggest lesson which I learned throughout my entire career to add value to any client and any project you're working on. And to make it short and simple, it is to listen. Now, why this seems so obvious, right? But I want to give you some context as to why I'm making this point. And the first thing is that the more intel you get from your client about their needs, their contextual, their context, their goals, their pain points, the better you're going to have, the better tools you're going to have in order to actually create a solution which is going to solve their problems, which is going to remove those pain points. So definitely asking a lot of questions, being genuinely interested in what their goals are and what their ideal solution looks like. That's super important, and that's why research and learning about these things is very important. And I want to also take a step back and talk about us as designers. We're always looking to improve ourselves and to learn the latest softwares, theory, case studies, and all of that. And that is great, and I'm all up for it. I myself, I'm someone who is always looking to improve each and every day and to learn something new. I always want to be on the cutting edge, and I'm learning books, I'm reading blog posts, seeing YouTube videos of top-notch designers, and all of that. But this is also something which, like from a mindset perspective, we're thinking that gathering all of this knowledge is going to get us to a place where we're going to be we're going to have almost all of the answers. But at the end of the day, we have to really focus on the clients and their specific goals and resources at the same time, because we can definitely improve our technical skills, our theory skills, or learning by with case studies, and you can learn mistakes that other people made, or methods and strategies that helped other people get to similar results. But I noticed throughout my career that different clients have different needs, and different projects have different requirements almost all the time. And of course, there's some similarities, there's some common points, but you're not going to ever get to a place where you're going to have all of the answers, and that's something which is really important to understand. However, you want to get to a point where you almost always know how to get to that answer, and you also have to realize when you're not at that point, or maybe there is a project where you're not a great fit. You also have to have the ability to say no to those specific projects. And so, for example, if your expertise is in A and you have a client which reaches out asking you for B, um, and B is completely like out of your expertise, you also have to be able to say no to those type of clients. But the main point which I'm trying to make is that you really need to figure out what a client's specific goals and needs are. And you have to really focus on them more than yourselves and your skills and your expertise, or even your past portfolio. Especially if you've been doing this for a long time, you might have a little bit of ego which comes into place, and that's not something which you want to have in the equation. Like when you're hopping on a sales call, when you're hopping on a strategy call, or working with a long-term client, or someone who you're working for the first time, your goal should always be to focus on their needs and figure out the most amount of information which you can in order to get to that specific goal and the results. And you also have to be okay with the fact that you might not have all of the answers, but you have to really develop the work ethic and the strategies and the learning methodologies and theory, software, all that to enable you to actually accomplish those, to find the solutions eventually. So that, I guess, where experience comes in. If you're just starting out, this is going to take a while, but don't worry about it. Just with experience, these things are going to come. But yeah, just really focus on the important things, and don't be discouraged when if you don't know everything, because that's rarely the case. Even if you've been doing this for decades, and the world is constantly moving. Um, there's so many things that are happening each and every day, and each and every client is different. They might be in in similar fields, but at the end of the day, there's so many variables when it comes to business that you really cannot control everything, and think that you're going to have like this perfect road. So just embrace these concepts, and focus on developing a mindset and a skill set, especially that's going to allow you to focus on the clients and the project specific goals, and figure out ways to solve it eventually. So I hope this video was helpful. If you liked it, please give a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or would like to add into this conversation, I'll be super curious to hear about your thoughts. So feel free to leave a comment below. And if you're interested in more UI UX design videos, I have an entire channel with hundreds of videos about my experience when it comes to being a freelancer who's working 100% remotely as a UI UX designer. And I'm talking about soft tutorials and also the business side of things when it comes to freelancing. So if you're interested in that, feel free to check out my channel. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.